Pride cover is more than just a cover, it's a movement. This is actually our biggest cover shoot production so far this year. We planned it for months and we were really thinking of how to make it more meaningful for the queer community, because this isn't just another glam photo shoot for us. This is something that represents way bigger than that. That's why when we were discussing who the Pride cover star should be, we initially couldn't decide on anyone. And then there was just sort of this light bulb moment, and that's when we realized one person is not gonna cut it, not even two, not even three. The cover star has to represent the whole community.
For this year, we wanted to put the spotlight on trans women and femme non-binary personalities and their inspiring stories. The story behind the cover is about the Filipino queer spirit and how we celebrate Pride locally. So for the first layout, which is the cover layout, we wanted to show how queer homes and queer spaces can be like a safe haven for the community. And then for the second layout, which is Fiesta, parang direct lang siya, and how we celebrate Pride na parang really a celebration for us. And then the next layout is the pageant layout, which is really an iconic event for the trans community. So for the third and fourth layout, which is Salo-Salo and Inuman, it shows how we celebrate with our friends, with our close friends and our close families. The last layout is Dressing Up. It's inspired by how as queer people, when growing up, we would dress up as in parang kumot, ganon. Me and my friends, nung bata pa kami, as in we would do that, na parang household items, we would wear it, fashion lang kami, ganon. The original inspiration for the cover was Girls in the Windows. It's an iconic photograph from the 1960s by Ormond Bigley. We wanted to give it a Filipino twist with references from things we see in our daily lives and Pinoy sitcoms. We really collaborated with Sinon and Mav for all layouts. The thing we like the most about them is that they're very intentional with everything that they do. As in, bawat detail, bawat galaw ng kamay, may dagdag sa kwento ng image. We really wanted the photographs to tell specific stories that are true to queer experiences.
So the design process, pinasa sa amin ni Bax all the pegs na need for the shoot. So from the scratch na din-drawing lang nila, we have to sketch it and then nag-render kami, 3D render of that. And after that, the art. So doon na buo lahat.
So the design process, talagang umikot kami around Manila, especially Quiapo. So may nakita kami ditong isang magandang building. So pinicture namin, inaral namin lahat, pati yung floors, ganyan. Tapos yung mga nasa baba nun, kung
and
ano.
the details. Talagang tinignan namin before yung mga stories ng kung paano ba ginagawa yung fiesta sa barangay. And then, dun sa mga backstage ng mga barangayan queens na nagko-compete, ayun, sobrang nostalgic lang nung elements na ginawa namin na like may mga number tagging pa sila on the side para lang ma-establish natin yung look na hinihingi natin. Ayan.
For the salo-salo elements, talagang in-incorporate namin yung Filipino culture when it comes to salo-salo, ganyan. Kasi yan ang kinalakihan natin eh. Kumbaga, nasa tatak Pilipino talaga yung ganong eksena. Tsaka salo-salo, hindi mabubuo ang Pilipino kung walang salo-salo.
Saka yung pinapalibutan kasi tayo ng before yung mga bahay na kahoy, binabalikan natin yung mga bahay ng lola natin, yung mga salo-salo with the family. Nakaka-amaze na parang nagawa natin yun. And the next one, yung sa isa nating set sa bahay is yung inuman. The inuman naman, sobrang ang saya nung element na yun kasi meron pa tayong pa-videoke, may paalak tayo, may papulutan.
Nasa ano siya, bumili sila ng barbecue from the main set, tapos nagpiesta sila, may after party sila sa loob ng bahay, ayun, inuman at videoke. Yan.
Tapos also, hindi din mawawala yung isa pa nating set sa bahay, yung dress up. Yung dress up naman, parang ito yung Pinoy culture ng mga bata na alam niyo, nagtatransform sila na from yung ginagawa nilang damit, yung mga kortina, as in nagde-dress up sila para lang, ang ganda-ganda ko, meron akong long gown, ganyan.
Ganyan. Especially before, sa room mo or room ng ate mo na trusted mo, doon ka mag-play dressing up, ganyan. So, ayun, di ka naman pwedeng bumili ng damit. So, syempre, creative ka, kailangan gusto mo maganda ka. So, yun.
So we build a safe space for us, for them. Yan.
One of the most fundamental elements about the cover image is how everyone's wearing a Filipiniana. We believe that sends a strong message about their womanhood and their femininity. The rest of the layouts echo this, where we see them really owning their identity through fashion, like playing dress up or dancing on the streets, and really embracing their most empowered selves. We made sure that everyone who worked on the cover were as passionate about it as we are, including of course our photographers, Sanon at Mav, and our set design team, Rocket Sets. And then for glam, we partnered with MAC Cosmetics for makeup and Tresemme for hair.
For the looks, it's very snatched, yun. But what we really enjoyed about doing this is, we got to play with a lot of colors and na-bring out namin yung mga personalities natin dun sa shoot. Actually, I feel like the shoot that we did today is a continuation of the Pride Month issue shoot that we did last year. It's just bigger now, and we're bringing the entire queer community, kaya mas malaki siya and mas masaya. And what makes it more special is MAC Cosmetics is now on board, and we have the whole team, kasi ang dami nga nating mga personalities na finiture, and it's the perfect partnership because everything that our personalities stand for and the brand it's the same about gender equality, expression of yourself through fashion and beauty. So kaya it's really good to be a part of this shoot.
Medyo for me it's challenging because these are celebrity women out there who represents a lot of our community. And for me, I have to educate our team on how to set the hair properly, what are the products that we need to use, and how do we execute it one by one accordingly to the time frame, because we're working on a timeline. And for me, it was really challenging because I have to follow certain looks so that it will be perfect and suitable for each of our queens. So it's challenging, it's fabulous, it's very artistic. My favorite looks amongst them, actually lahat, because it's very fascinating on how I push myself as a Tresemme runway hair care expert, and then also me believing in my team that they can help me execute it, me believing with the brand, and me believing with Preview, because Preview is always one of the most fashionable magazine that innovates and that gives it into life. Parang it brings everything into life. So it's like me putting up a big runway fashion show, and that's Tresemme and that's Preview. Working with the girls, oh my God, these are iconic people in the industry and in the community, and I believed in them and I support them. And I was really happy that Preview is really, really bold enough to raise this awareness to all of us, to share that there's fashion, there's direction, there's leadership, and at the same time there is what you call camaraderie and unity. And with the makeup of Jerry Peña, so the whole look complemented each other. Kinikilabutan ako. It's really a work of art between the hair, the team, the camera, the crew, the set. And I mean, it's so different the way they have attacked the cover, and I must say, it's beautiful. And the word innovation is really for Preview.
Pride Month only happens once a year, so I think it's really important that we give this platform to people who authentically live the lives of queer people, especially transgender women, because as of today, they're one of the most targeted individuals in the world. They're getting discriminated for because of their identity and how they express themselves. So for this Pride Month, it was really, really important for us to give the spotlight to not just one, not just two, not just three, but a plethora of trans women of different fields, of different expertise and different lives, to really tell the story of what it means to be a trans woman in the Philippines, and to hopefully signal a revolution that trans women are here to stay and they're not going anywhere. So it's with utmost gratitude that all of our cast members and even their managers, their teams, and everyone who works with and for them, that they really allow themselves to be part of this cover, because it is one thing to appear on a publication cover, but it's another thing to really express yourself and to showcase who you are, especially in a society that disassociates from you or that shuns you away. So it's really important these stories are told, and I'm really happy that these people, these women, these amazing personalities, these colorful people, they really offer themselves to this platform for all the kids who will see this in the future.
They say it takes a village. It took 2 days with over 60 people per day for shooting And it doesn't include the preparation time, which was the pre-prod meetings, the coordination with the contributors, and as well as syempre the pulling out of the clothes. So everyone put in a lot of effort to make this all possible. So it's easy to get lost in all of the details and all of the nitty-gritty, but seeing the set on the first morning, it was such a pinch me moment. Cheesy as it is, but seeing everything come together from the set, from the styling and collaborating with the different Filipino fashion designers, of course the hair and makeup with our official partners Tresemme and MAC, as well as meeting the cover stars, and of course working together with my teammates, the preview team, just made everything so worth it.
We didn't expect the shoot to be a very emotional day, but we had some of the girls crying and there were some very vulnerable moments. I think the cover is beautiful because of what it represents, and it's just such a nice feeling to be part of something that's very meaningful.
I think it's really inspiring just seeing them together, even when we're not shooting, just seeing them interact with each other sa dressing area, as in panagchichikahan lang sila. Even though they're from different fields, you can really see that there's a connection and it's really a community. And I hope that other people see the value of this cover. It's not just a cover for me, it's really a representation of the community and how it can be an inspiration for young queer people.
I think a common theme among the girls, among the dolls that we shot, was that they all have fun. And you know what? That's a stereotype we attach to the LGBT community in general, is that we're all funny people. But then what I've learned throughout the shoot is that, and you know, this also through talking to them when they're interviews, is that the joy roots from a certain lack of it when they were younger. They become joyful because they were deprived of it when they were younger. They weren't allowed to be themselves. And it was such a liberating space to be in, to just be around like-minded people who just wanted to be who they are, you know, trans women and femme, non-binary people. And it really goes to show that there's a safe space being formed right there and then. And that there are safe spaces that have to be formed for the trans youth and the non-binary youth that need it. I think a big aspect of what makes this cover a monumental one is that it goes to show that trans women, femme, non-binary people, and queer people, lahat ng mga bakla sa Pilipinas, hindi sila nag-iisa. Kasi ang dami natin. So, kung magsama-sama lang tayo, madaming mangyayari. Madaming uusad sa lipunan. Because as they say, there's strength in numbers. And the only difference is we do it fabulously.